Welcome, traveler, to the Inn at the End. Today's typical entertainment could not be provided, so we have something special in store for you. Long-time patrons of the Inn at the End might recall that this establishment was not always called thus. Once, we were called Chaotic Amateurs. And for 5 long-running campaigns, you could follow our plucky troopers as they quested against secret cultists, evil dragons, whimsical genies, and cosmic abominations. Those adventures are still available on our website at dndpodcast.org or theinnattheend.com. Now, the reason I mention this is because today's entertainment reaches back to seasons 2 and 3 of Chaotic Amateurs. Though the quest of Durok Dragonsbane, Ren Lifesoil, Yomhorn Duril, and Peleus Eonerth may have ended with the successful defense of the dwarven stronghold Versberg and the vanquishing of the evil dragon Zarvog, the stories that these characters have left in them are yet to be told. Today's entertainment is one such tale, or at least the beginning of such. It is a one-shot following Durok Dragonsbane and his plucky cleric companion Ren Lifesoil as they quest for a cure to a terminal illness. This short-term campaign was written and GM'd by our friend O'Shea Hill. The musical entertainment was provided by Ben Katzman. You can listen to more of his music at benkatzman.com. or go to benkatzman.bandcamp.com. Why don't you grab a seat? I think I hear our troopers beginning now.
Hello, and welcome to Chaotic Amateurs. I am your host for this session, host and DM. My name's O'Shea Hill. I have been invited on to DM a one-shot. Rhett, you want to say anything?
Guys, we had O'Shea come on because he writes sick adventures, and I'm excited to have him here. Let the adventure begin.
There it is. All right, so this one shot, it's about Ren and Durok after the events of season 3, and I know a lot went on, but basically you guys did your epilogues, and we're gonna start somewhere a little bit after season 3, but not crazy far, a nondescript amount of time that we can just say happens anywhere we want to in the canon. So, where we left off, Ren and friends have spent some time going on adventures trying to track down the egg of Zarvog to no avail. Any and all leads have run cold. Cinder and Peleus have left to go do their own things, while Durok works tirelessly to continue the search. With Ren's help, of course. However, Durok's dwarven cancer gets worse, and Ren realizes that without a cure, they won't be able to continue their quest. But even worse, he will lose his dear friend. Ren has read of an ancient temple said to contain an artifact that can cure any disease. This is a temple created by a Saint Albric, a high priest of an ancient forgotten god of both life and death. I'm just going to kind of fast forward you guys right into the action because this is one shot and I want to get it going.
So are they friendly with Ulagon since like he's involved with death and stuff? And
that's the thing is
this god?
That's the thing is you figure you would have heard of this god before, but it's actually like this god doesn't even have a name. You found this in the deepest, darkest depths of ancient books and stuff, and it's a long forgotten god that Ulagon has never mentioned it to you, which is weird because you figure you would have known about it by now, but you haven't. It took some research on your end to find it.
Yeah, definitely being in like the same realm of my study. Yeah, makes sense that I would research that and find it too. That's way cool.
So you've traveled far to find the temple. It lies in a cold, faraway land in northeastern Ocean. After poring over maps and help from locals, you manage to make your way to the temple, or what you believe is the temple. You see a great stone archway inlaid into the base of a small mountain. Through the archway is a tunnel that leads downward into the mountain. But in front of this archway is a tent and a small campsite. There's a figure sitting at the campsite. What do you do?
You look kind of friendly, Ren.
Yeah, let's go up and talk to him. Oh, wait, that's the wrong voice. Yeah, let's go up and talk to him. I have a feeling that's going to happen a lot because I'm used to being on Zoom calls and making that voice.
That happens to me sometimes. All right. Stay close to me, Ren. If things get ugly, we'll end them quick. And I take point. I'll approach first, and I do the typical Durok greeting because I don't want to surprise them and have them lash out, So from far away, I say, "Oh there."
The figure looks up, and you can see now that it's a woman, and she's got gray robes on, and she just looks up at you, and she's got these dark gray robes, and her hair is very long and red with like graying, and she's kind of old, but she's not like senile old, just aged. She looks up at you and she says, "Hello and well met. What brings you here?"
We're looking for a temple belonging to an ancient forgotten god.
Yeah, you heard of Ulagon? It's like him. Of course, you've heard of Ulagon. You know Ulagon, right?
I have. I've heard of Ulagon.
Oh, cool.
Are you a cleric of his?
I'm like the cleric. I've done a lot of things. I'm pretty sure I'm the first cleric. Yeah.
I see. As far as I know, Ulagon is what you might call a child of the dead god. But that's ironic, or perhaps it's fate. I've been waiting for countless years for a cleric. Are you a death cleric?
I study the grave primarily, but I have many skills.
Then the vision was correct. You see, this is called the Temple of Saint Aldbrich, and my god, the dead god, has sent me a vision telling me that I would meet a cleric of death here, because the only way to get in and get the artifact inside is with 2 death clerics, or clerics of death, or the grave. And it looks like the vision was correct.
Well, yeah, we're kind of looking for a similar thing. It sounds like I'd be happy to join you, and hopefully, we can get what we need from here.
Hold on so fast. Like, let's pump the brakes here, Ren.
Well, let's just tell them our whole life story, and we'll just, just start walking. It's fine.
It's not often that we meet strange women. Now, where exactly do I fit into your vision? Because I'm definitely not letting Ren go in there by himself.
You're welcome to come with. All I know is that you need at least two clerics. I'm a cleric. He seems to be a cleric. This is what I've been waiting for years.
Here? Have you been waiting here for years?
Yes.
How long have you been waiting here?
I don't know, to be honest. 5, 6 years? I don't know, really. It's been so long. I saw the vision and waited.
Perhaps your god should have reached out. We could have been here sooner.
Well, the dead god, that's the thing, is the dead god is dead. He lived and then he died. And sometimes we get his visions, sometimes we don't.
Have you had any visions recently?
No. I just asked, and that was what I was told.
Feels like we do an awful lot of whatever the gods want us to, eh, Ren?
As we should. I mean, they are gods.
You're too trusting. Well,
before we go down there, I do have to mention, I've heard some strange noises coming from the cave. So it sounds like things are burrowing down there. So I've never gone in, I knew I couldn't until I had the help of another cleric. So I don't know what's down there, but there's something in there. So be prepared.
I'm always prepared. And I touch
Good.
my sword and I give you a wink.
She ignores it. She just turns around and
I don't know about you, Ren, but not sure I want to camp for 5 years before we go in. So I'm ready whenever.
Sounds good.
all right. And you turn and enter the temple. And it's weird. As you cross the threshold of the archway, you feel almost like you're passing through something, through like a curtain, and it feels magical, but not like arcane. It feels like this otherworldly ambient shift. It's not huge. It's just you track it, and you head down steps into a long descending dark hallway. And the air is, and you guys are in the far north, so it was already pretty cold outside. But as you get deeper in this cave, it actually seems to get colder, not warmer. And it takes about like 30 minutes of just going down these steps, and there's no torches. So do you guys have like dark vision? I mean, she's got a torch, but does anyone have dark vision? Just
I do.
No. Yeah, I don't. I will go ahead and increase the brightness of the torch with thaumaturgy, though.
cool.
Hopefully put off a little more heat, too.
Yeah. So eventually you find yourselves at a large, like kind of, not a large, it's like a normal hallway now. You've reached the bottom, and now it's like a normal hallway. It's like stone, and the architecture it's extremely crude. Like, this isn't like professional craftsmanship like you would see from like ancient dwarven structures, or this is like ancient before they figured that shit out. And it's a hallway going forward, and then you see that it has caved in. However, there are kind of like tunnels burrowed through the left and the right of the hallway. So forward is collapsed and caved in. However, you can kind of follow these other tunnels that obviously weren't meant to be here.
Does the path have kind of a general direction to it? Like, could I anticipate like it's going to curve to the right or it's going to curve to the left ahead?
And the intended path of this hallway just goes straight forward, and then it's caved in. Like it seems like these natural tunnels that were created caused the cave in.
Oh, okay.
And if you look through the natural tunnel to the right, or not natural, but it's like something burrowed this, and it's big. It's like bigger than like human sized. If you look through the one on the right, it kind of burrows up. You'd have to really climb it, but the one on the left kind of follows a natural kind of slope downward, but also kind of upward. It moves in weird burrowy ways, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it.
Do I get any kind of sense of maybe a creature that could have dug these holes?
Oh yeah, roll a nature check for me.
Can I as well?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels good to have Durok's dice back in my hand.
Give myself guidance. A natural 1 with a 1, and
yeah.
I have 0 for nature, so 2.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
You know how many nature checks we've ever rolled as Ren and Durok? I don't think I ever have rolled a nature check before.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, that's a dump skill for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, same.
Nobody ever rolls nature checks, so I like to include them as much as I can because they don't get any love.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't get any love with these rolls either. Yeah, 2, not going to do it. 14, that's also not going to do it, unfortunately. You know that, like, I mean, something burrowed these tunnels and it wasn't a person. Probably something inhuman, but you have no idea what. I guess I'll give our other cleric an opportunity to see what it is. No, she rolled poorly.
You know what we should have done is also Ren. This is totally Ren's fault, but we need to know this woman's name if we're going to travel with her.
Oh yeah, that is kind of my job, isn't it?
What's funny is she, like, I'll say you guys would have tracked that she didn't give her name and didn't ask for you guys' name on purpose, or maybe not on purpose, but didn't seem to make a deal of it.
Okay. I think Durok's fine with that. If he tracked that, yeah, I don't think I would have brought it up again.
Yeah, she was just ready to go into this temple. I mean, she'd been waiting.
She's just a means to an end. If we got to kill her and dump her down here, that's what we got to do then.
What?
Damn.
No, obviously not.
If she's like a
Why do I
bad,
always have to play the good character?
she's like a bad wizard or something. She's got to go.
Guess this is one shot. I can just completely ruin Ren's lore and make him an evil person, like all the other one shots that I play.
Right? Yeah.
She sees the collapsed kind of hallway, and you can see on her face frustration and anger that, well, you don't know exactly why. I mean, I'm sure you can figure out why, but she looks fucking pissed that this hallway's collapsed.
So they're really large holes, right? Could I potentially fly inside of one?
Yeah, you guys can walk through them if you want.
I don't really want to touch the sides. I just have this creepy feeling about it.
Yeah.
I'll let the group know, hey, I can fly ahead. Maybe this one that goes kind of up. I'll check that one first.
Yeah, which one was that? The left or the right?
To the right. To the right goes kind of upward, and the left one kind of stays neutral with little up and down variations.
Your call, Ren. I'm happy to start digging our way through this collapsed rubble here. As I touch my pickaxe. But you can fly through if you want to scout. If you get in any trouble, fly back.
You do have a dope pickaxe, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Before I forget, why don't you take this pamphlet of Mulagon? I've been holding on to these for a while. I keep on picking them up, and I hand her to the lady, and I'll use my fancy Drope of Immortal Ancestors and begin flying through the tunnel.
Cool. She takes the pamphlet, starts skimming it as you fly up. Yeah, you ascend, and so do you have a light source of your own that you're bringing?
I could. Let me see. I have candles from my alms box or whatever.
Nice. So you're just floating up with a candle in hand.
Oh, wait. I've got a lamp. Never mind. That's better.
There you go. Still, it's very, very eerie as you ascend the tunnel, and you have to kind of like work with the twisting and turning motions of this tunnel. And it's pretty unnerving because you kind of have to go around some corners, and you don't know what's around any given corner. Eventually, you kind of find this little outcropping of it's an end of this tunnel, and at the end of it, it's kind of like this big like dome, and you see a whole bunch of big bug type eggs, insectoid eggs. They're about the size of like footballs, and there's like, I would say 20 of them in here.
Do I recognize the kinds of eggs they are?
Sure. You can make another nature check.
10.
Yeah, sorry, 10's not going to do it either. But yeah, they're just kind of like in little clumps. There's like a group of 3, there's another group of 3, and they've got like this kind of like mucus holding them together. And but there's, other than that, there's nothing else in here. That's where this tunnel ends.
Almost spilled all of my dice everywhere. So I want to go ahead and let's do the Eyes of the Grave. Let's see if I can sense any undead or magically detect undead. Yeah.
Sounds good. So what exactly does that do?
So first level, you gain the ability to occasionally sense present undead. Natural cycle life is an action. You can open your awareness magically detect undead until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any undead within 60 feet. Even if they're behind total cover, protected. They can be protected from magic, though.
Sounds good.
So 60 feet in this kind of open area.
Cool. You don't notice any undead around you, or in the nearby vicinity. However, it takes you a second to realize that your eyes are showing that you like look down and you see your hand, and whatever you see when you see undead, you're seeing that your hand, and then you look at your arm and you look at yourself, and it looks like you're seeing yourself as undead. If you turn around and you look, I'll say you're within 60 feet of the woman and Durok. You can see their silhouettes beyond the caves in the hallway still, and you see that they are showing up as undead as well.
Guys, and I'm going to just immediately fly back.
Ren, what'd you find?
There's something weird going on. My magic is kind of off. It seems like we are undead. Or maybe it's reversed and everything in this place is undead and we're alive. Do you know anything about this lady?
Well, I imagine that the dead god, this is one of his domains, so I guess I don't know much about the dead god's magic. I just know that he does life and death. So really, if we're, yeah, I don't know. I don't know much of his teachings, really. I just follow him.
Maybe that magical threshold that we stepped through back there, Ren. Did you feel that? Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps this god played an Uno reverse card on life and death, and now we're undead because we're not dead
In the undead place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lines between life and death are blurred with the dead god. Like I said, he lived and then he died, and it's just fucky, really.
Most things usually are when the gods of death are involved.
Anyway, I thought it was weird. I flew up that cave. There's some freaky eggs in there. There's probably some scary big monsters we might have to fight. Maybe we should try the other entrance, see if it gets through here.
All right. Did you want to scout, or should we all go in case there's a big monster I have to murder?
Well, the scouting worked okay the other direction, and I just ran into like some eggs. Was there any entrances or exits in that open area?
No, it kind of like ended.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I'll go. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be in that hole since I didn't run into it in the other hole. So maybe we should go together.
Yeah, let's just all go together.
Yeah, that's probably smart. And then she kind of starts leading the way, like impatiently.
Yeah, good call. You go first and let me know if you see a big monster. I'll be right here going behind you.
Oh, big, strong, brave dwarf hanging in the back. I see.
I don't believe in bravery, just practicality.
She nods and continues. Okay, so you head through some of these weird tunnels. When it slopes up, you got to kind of like climb a little bit, and then when it slopes back down or curves, you got to kind of like slide down these curves. And it's not like smooth. These aren't smooth walls or anything. It's just uniform tunnels. And eventually, I'm going to assume that you guys are being stealthy. I'm not going to be like, oh, you guys didn't say.
Not a great thing to assume with us, honestly.
Really?
I'm definitely never stealthy. I'm a big heavy dwarf that wears heavy
Halfling.
armor. Yeah, or halfling, yeah, that wears heavy armor. So I'm not very stealthy, and I also kind of have a big mouth. So
I definitely am probably being aware of the fact that, especially after what Ren said about monsters, I'm like definitely not trying to be loud. So
Okay.
yeah.
Are you wearing armor that gives you stealth disadvantage?
Yeah.
Perfect.
we are not a stealthy group whatsoever.
Luckily for you, the cleric has she's got a spell for that. She casts Pass Without. She notices that she casts Pass Without a Trace on all three
nice.
of you.
Awesome.
So
Well done.
you'll get plus 10 to stealth rolls, even if you roll disadvantage. And can I get some stealth rolls from you guys?
Yeah.
And for some flavor, she casts it, and you kind of see it looks like she's kind of pulling the shadows from around. She's got the torch, and you can see the shadows emanating from you guys, and they just kind of grow and like swirl and envelop you. And even though you have a torch, she kind of puts it out. Maybe you guys move forward with the lamp. Maybe it's a little bit stealthier, and you guys can be way stealthier. So let me roll stealth for her. Ooh, that's pretty good.
I love that flavor. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That was sick. Unfortunately, I rolled a 19, which, I mean,
Unfortunately.
good, but I mean, that's with her help.
Oh, okay. 19 total.
Yeah. So it's you get advantage, right? Is it the plus 10 one, or is it not the plus 10 one?
Plus 10. So with disadvantage, plus 10.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So I got 25.
Nice. 25, 19. She rolled a 26, so that's pretty good.
All right. We're not doing too bad.
No, not at all. You guys,
I've got the lantern that like has the little eyeball, and I like pointed in the right directions and stuff.
Bullseye
Perfect.
lantern.
Bullseye, that's what it is.
all right. You eventually make your way to another opening, another kind of room. It's kind of like a bubble in the cave, like where it was carved out to be bigger on purpose. And you successfully managed to sneak up on, they look to be four huge, not like stat block huge, but to you guys, they're huge figures that are just kind of like, they might be sleeping in this room, and they have like golden carapace, and not like golden, but like brownish golden, orangish carapace. And to you guys right now, they just kind of look like big carapace lumps because they're not doing anything. They're sleeping, and you've caught them unawares. What do you choose to do? There's four of them in this room. Also, I'll tell you that aside from the entrance that you are walking in, there is a exit to your direct opposite, and then there's an exit to the right. So there's three exits out of this room, and you're at one of them.
So when you say they're guys, are they humanoid?
Right now, it's kind of hard to tell. They're like big carapace lumps, but they're huge. They're like, even though they're lumps, they're like still like 5 feet tall.
Taller than me.
Twice my height.
Ren, let's be quiet. Go towards the right.
I do like to go right in tunnels, so that works for me.
Plus, it feels like since we went left by going right, it's going straight back at the other tunnel.
Well, that's even smarter.
Exactly. I'm a dwarf. I know my undergrounds.
Got that tunnel sense.
Roll tunnel sense.
You guys can do one more nature check. Basically, every time you guys learn new information about what these could be, I'll let you do another nature check.
Okay. Sweet. 12.
I got it this time. That's a 23.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Upon seeing the tunnels and seeing the eggs, finally seeing what these things are, I'll just say that you have read of what are known as umber hulks. They're like big burrowing insect creatures that live underground. They are known for having weird psychic powers. They're bugs with psychic powers. But that's all you know about them.
I'll go ahead and whisper that to Durok.
Umber hulks. I don't like it, Ren.
Let me think about whether or not I have things that protect ourselves from psychic attacks as we continue to travel right.
All right. Yeah, I'll just say with your guys' stealth roll, you guys can make it through. And so you're going through the right tunnel. Yeah, you just walk right past them. They don't notice you. You end up in a large atrium it's like a stone circular atrium with, you look to the right and you see the hallway that was collapsed from before. You see the other end of that hallway. And directly across from it is a large stone door with carvings around it. And these carvings they're like reliefs of images of like skulls, and then flowers, and then bones and vines. And flanking the door is 2 braziers that are unlit. Sconces, that's the word, sconces. 2 sconces, 2 metal sconces that are unlit, and the door is shut firm. And then to the right of the door, or like directly across from you guys, is another hallway. That's like a intended hallway that was built into this place.
Do I recognize this circular area as some kind of ceremonial place from any of my readings or research?
No, that's the thing, is like in any of your research, like it was hard to even find out about this god and about this place. It's almost as if like it was erased mostly.
Somebody's trying to take the power of life and death for themselves.
Well, it's a really important thing for people to, have power over.
I have
Not
the
everyone.
power over it right here, Ren. I touch my
You
sword.
are yourself, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, that's a different kind of power. But the actual power of death and life is kind of sacred, and not everybody gets it. Yeah.
It is sacred and ancient, and I feel at home here. And then she goes over to the door and she kind of starts inspecting. She kind of tries to push it open, but it won't budge.
That
And
looks like a job for, Durok for sure.
It's funny because I'm seeing 2 sconces and like things on the door. I'm like, this is where you guys each light the torches and we go through. Like this is but I will take a shot at being a strong, tough guy.
Gotta push the door open. I mean,
At least try it. Sure.
get that nat 20.
Okay.
I'll say you first you attempt to just push it open and it doesn't open. It holds fast. And then are you going to roll like strength?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I am not rolling well.
Oof.
That's an 11.
Yeah, no, it's not budging. Doors, am I right? Bane of all D&D parties.
So you said we needed 2 grave or death clerics to come here, and there's 2 sconces on these walls. Why don't you light them?
Let's do it. And she takes out a tinderbox and she attempts to light one, and it kind of catches. She like lights the left one. Do you light the right one?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. You both light them, and it catches fire for like a little bit, and then it just kind of peters out.
Spark it with thaumaturgy.
Cool. So you spark it with thaumaturgy, and same thing. It lights and kind of it looks like it's a healthy flame, and then it just kind of winks out.
So there's clearly something more to this.
Perhaps the answers to our woes lie beyond that door over there. And I point to the door that was kind of to the right, across from us where we came in, like directly across from us where we came in. Should we investigate that? That looks like one that was built, right? Like,
yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. And also I should say that the one that you kind of came in through, it's another one of those situations where you were going through like the carved tunnels until you got back into a normal hallway that was also collapsed. So like these tunnels have really messed up the intended architecture of this place. But this atrium that you're in, it looks like it was designed to be, you walk through that original hallway, you're in this atrium, and to the left and right are 2 hallways, and then there's the main door that you guys are looking at right now. The hallway that you came in through was from the left, and that hallway is messed up now, and it's now unnatural tunnels, and the hallway to the right across from you guys is still as intended.
Perhaps we should look over there before we exhaust ourselves.
Fair enough.
Madam. And I go to that doorway.
Cool. You make your way through. This one's only like, we'll say like 40 feet hallway, and then you take a sharp left turn, and then another 20 feet, and you find yourselves in seems to be like a 30 by 30 foot room. Give me another stealth check though. Plus 10.
14.
24.
24. 14. Unfortunately, 14 doesn't pass. And in this room, there are 3 Umber Hulks just kind of big chilling. And even with the darkness on your side, one of them just kind of snaps its head, its inhuman eyes at you, and you hear its weird chittering, like, and like its beady eyes look at you, and then they all look at you at once. And let's roll initiative.
Durok's dice are failing me. I might have to upgrade.
I just got a 1. Man.
Oof.
God, I didn't roll much better.
I feel bad if I kill you guys.
Nah, it's all good. Fuck these guys. We're undead, so, you know.
So it's a 3 total, but
Fuck yeah.
well, I have lore past this, so you know.
It's true. We do. I guess a 7.
Dang.
It's all right. Time to murder him.
The one that looked at you, it immediately tracked you. It snaps its eyes towards you, and it will use its confusing gaze on you. Actually, no, that's on your turn. So it'll just run at you and make 3 claw attacks. Fuck it. 1. Ooh, does 26 hit?
Yes.
I'll roll its other 2 attacks.
It's attacking me, right? Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, sorry, I should have said that, Durok, because it saw you. They potentially might not have even seen Ren and the other cleric.
Even better.
So second attack does 17 hit.
Miss.
Cool. And then it's going to bite with its mandibles, and that is another 26. So for its claw attack, it's going to do 13 slashing damage, and for its mandible attack, so 12 slashing damage. Yeah, it just
total.
Damn. Yeah, so it looks at you and just immediately charges. It like gallops over towards you on all 4. Like it has these huge, giant like front legs that look like just big like gorilla like arms, and then it's got like little insectoid legs behind it. And it sees you, and it just charges and swats at you and bites at you. All right. It is the cleric's turn, and she is going to take out her short sword. She got a short sword, and she's going to slash at it. She immediately reacts, and so she slashes at it, and like a little bit of, she gets through its carapace, and a little bit of ichor sprays out, and then she hits with another attack. She does a little bit more damage, and then I gotta roll some other stuff. All right, yeah, she immediately reacts, and she takes out her short sword and just slash, and like it seems like she's very adept at the sword, which is weird for a cleric. Normally they start with spells. Durok, it is your turn. There's one that's right on you, and then there's 2 that haven't reacted yet to combat. They're further in the room.
So the one that just hit me is dead. Oh, I should have counterattacked it when it hit me. Oh well. I am going to use Draken's Toter, my badass sword, and make attack numero 1.
Yes.
Ugh, not good. And I'm going to roll a superiority die already, unfortunately. So I'm going to use my precision attack. It allows me, I rolled pretty lowly, so I'm going to roll a d10 and add it to my chance to attack.
Before you do that, they have a thing that you need to do at the beginning of your turn, and I'll let you do that before you spend any superiority die or anything.
Okay.
Do you avert your gaze? Do you look at it while you're attacking it, or do you avert your gaze? And I'll let you know that you can just do that. You kind of feel like you might need to do that for some reason. Like looking at it in the eyes feels wrong.
Yeah, Durok's not one to look people in the eyes like when he's fighting, anyways, because that's like where like it's like kind of a distraction. I'm not sure if like averting his, but if he's feeling it and all that sort of stuff, he's looking at the hands, he's looking at the things that are coming at him, and
that makes sense. I just mechanically, you either have to avert your gaze or not avert your gaze.
I avert my gaze.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to get disadvantage on attacks. I'm sorry. I should have said that at the beginning of your turn.
No, it's all good. Okay, so I'll roll another one, but I doubt I'm going to get lower. I'll keep my first roll. It's pretty low. Jesus Christ. I was like,
Oh,
it
no.
can't get any lower. Okay, so naturally with disadvantage, I rolled a 15, but I'm going to spend a superiority dice, and I rolled a 10. So it's a 25 to hit.
There you go.
Okay. So numero uno is a hit, -1 superiority die. There we go. Oh, shit. Disadvantage, though.
Oh, no.
That's fine. 23 to hit.
Yep.
And the final attack. 19 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. 3 hits incoming.
3 for 3. I like it. Oh, I
30
know.
damage, 40 damage, 44, 45 slashing damage.
Damn. This thing is not looking good. You just fucked it up.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it charged at you, hit you a couple times, did a little damage. She reacted, slashed it a couple times, and then you just like bam, 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 slash into it. You spraying ichor everywhere. It's this greenish blue. It smells like rust. It's weird. It's the second one's turn though, and it's gonna charge up. And I'm sorry, they only really saw you, so they're just gonna attack you, Durok, and it's going to make 3 attacks. First one, I assume, misses. That's a 14. The second one is a claw attack. Oh, what's up?
I would like to use one of my reactions on one
Yeah.
of those misses, but you can go ahead and finish rolling.
You know, go ahead and do it right now.
Okay, great. So I just attack as normally,
Mhm.
and if I hit, and then I add the superiority dice. So I guess I'll just roll it all.
And don't worry about averting your gaze on this one. That's just at the start of your turn when you have to do that.
Oh, sweet. Even better. Okay. 28 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's super badass. And then that's 19 damage to it.
Nice. 19 damage. So it just charges up, slashes at you. You expertly dodge and parry and slash into it. Its second attack, it rolls a 24.
That's a hit.
And then its third attack, it rolls a 20. Dude, this dice is insane. It rolls a 26.
That's a hit. That's like 326s it's rolled.
I know.
That's all good, dude. Bring it.
So the first attack, the first claw rips into you. It catches on the armor a little bit, only dealing 7 slashing damage. And then it bites with its mandibles for its last attack. And that is 13 slashing damage.
Woof.
And it's just 2 of these gigantic, like they're huge. Like standing tall, they're like 8 feet tall with these gigantic like gorilla arms and mandibles and carapace. And now that they're biting into you, you can see their blood on their mandibles, and it's pretty sketchy. Ren, it's your turn.
Well, first thing I need to do is cast Spiritual Weapon behind that one that just attacked.
There you go.
We're
Durok.
back, folks. We're back.
Oh yeah, Spiritual Weapon, classic, good times.
We love to see it.
Little flail weapon, just kind of slowly spinning, and then eventually tries to attack.
Cool.
And that's going to be 19 plus 9. So
Yep,
like a bunch.
that hits.
It's going to be 24 damage.
Damn. On is that the second one that joined the fray, or the first one?
The second one that just came up.
Okay, you
Or
said
that
20,
one.
24.
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is a bonus action. So I
Nice.
will go ahead and do Toll of the Dead on him as well. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not going to use the OP dice. I was just about to roll it, and then I set it down. Oh no, he rolled good. What's the DC?
17.
He fails it by 1. He only rolled a 16.
Nice.
Okay, so this could be bad. He takes 1 d12 necrotic.
Okay.
Since he's taking damage, he takes a d12 instead of a d8.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be 7.
That spell doesn't scale with leveling.
It does. Yeah.
It does. So actually make that 17.
Awesome. Oh
It's
yeah.
actually, it's 3d12 at level 11. So I don't know.
11? Oh, it is 3d12. Oh, I only rolled 2. One more time. Why not?
Stack them on there, dude.
Throw another 7 on there.
There you go.
Now we're talking, dude. Dude, Ren just did as much damage as I did almost.
Yeah.
Dude, Ren always did so much damage. It was ridiculous how much damage he did.
Clerics, they're the best class. They're so strong. It's insane.
Is there any place in the room where I would look inconspicuous?
Yeah, I mean, you still have pass without a trace. You can't really you use up your action, bonus action, so you can't hide, but you can get out of the way because they're.
Why?
Yeah, I just kind of want to hide and not really be in their vicinity because.
Sounds good. I'll say you kind of like back into a corner. They might not have even still noticed you because I think this one may have tracked you, but the other two definitely haven't. All right, yeah, you back up. Yeah, you summon a spirit. You said a flail. Spiritual flail.
Yeah, it's a kind of slowly spinning spiritual flail. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it slowly spins and just cracks into the back of this one's head, and then you blast it with a Toll the Dead, and you hear the dolorous bell sound, and it like you hear like the whining screech that bugs sometimes make, like the cicada kind of screech. All right, it's the third one's turn, and I'm sorry, Durok, they only tracked you.
Bring it. This is what I'm for.
Yep, you're tanking, dude. 3 more attacks coming your way. First claw attack.
Though.
Rip. First attack is 15. Assume that misses.
Miss.
Second attack is 22.
Hit.
So that's a claw attack. And then its mandible attack is 24.
Hit.
All right. So its first claw attack.
Yes. Finally, Ren, I knew you'd take me someplace fun.
It slashes into you for 7 damage. And then the second attack, it bites with its mandibles. And that is 18 slashing damage.
Oh, God. We're going to have to short rest after this.
No worries. You got 2 clerics with you. You're fine.
I know, that's true. I'm down about half health now, I think, if my math is right.
But it's pretty badass because you're tanking 3 Umber Hulks that are just ripping and tearing into you. And I like to imagine that it looks like way cooler than it's sounding like just being described right now. Like you're parrying and doing everything you can to slash back at them. And,
oh, yeah. And I got my shield, I'm blocking one attack and they swing back over and get me. My armor's doing its job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look like a badass. I'm not just getting my ass beat here. At least not yet.
All right. It is the first one's turn again. It's just going to do the same thing. 3 attacks. First attack is a 21.
Hit.
Second attack is a 17.
Miss.
Third attack is a 27.
Hit.
This isn't the OP dice. I guess all my dice are OP. So
it's 27. Goddamn.
Luckily, this one only rolls 6 damage on its first attack and 16 damage on its second attack. And it's weird because you guys, you messed this one up. You and the cleric woman really messed this one up. You cut into it last round, and it is still you might have expected these to back off. Maybe most animals, or beasts, if you hurt them this much, they might back off and run away. This one's not. It's fighting even harder for some reason.
Good.
All right. It is the cleric's turn, and she doesn't avert her gaze because she doesn't figure that out. And she has to do a thing, and she fails the thing. All right. So I have to roll another thing. I'm just saying thing because I don't want to describe it to you. I just want to describe what the outcome.
It's all good. Can't imagine it's good though.
It's interesting. You're right next to her. 2 martial kind of people just swinging swords, and all of a sudden she stops and does nothing. She just spaces out, and it's weird because there's the chaos of all 3 Umber Hulks right here, just slashing, and then she literally just stands still and stares at nothing. And that is her turn. Durok, it is your turn. Now, it sucks because This is the start of your turn. You'd have to avert your gaze and not look at any of them if you want to attack them.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't need to see.
Just blindly swinging.
I do wonder, like, I'm like, Red, what the hell are you doing? Swing that sword of yours if you want to live. And then I just start going to work.
Mm-hmm. On which one?
The
Or
one
ones?
that I hit last time,
Cool.
which was the
Sounds
first
good.
one to attack me. Come on, dice. Don't let me down. That is 20 to hit.
Nice. And that's with disadvantage?
Correct. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
Here.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I rolled low, so I'm going to expend a superiority dice. Jesus. 18 to hit.
Yeah. Barely hits. Just
Wow.
barely.
That was almost a waste of a superiority dice, but glad I rolled it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yes. 29.
There you go. 3 for 3, dude.
Well, plus 10 helps.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have pretty high AC too, so it's actually pretty amazing that you're cutting through like that.
Well, when I roll low too, I could just be like, oh, I know that's low. Here's the superiority dice and add it to it. Okay, 30 damage, 35, 39, 37. Wait, what did I say? 30 damage, 35, 39, 47 damage.
Hell yeah. Yeah. You're in the middle of this chaos. They're just biting at you, slashing at you, and you just pick the one that you want to slay, and you avert your eyes because you can tell looking at them is wrong, and you just slash, and you put this one down. You like, do you want to add some flavor to it?
Yeah, I mean, this dude has been wailing on me, and after he hits me again, it's like I raise up my shield level with my face, and I come in and I feint my sword attack while it can't see where my sword's coming, and I just come right across its gut, and I bring my sword back up in this like mighty like uppercut type swing, and bringing my momentum down all the way for my third attack. I just fucking bring it home right on its face.
There you go. Yep. And Umber Hulk 1 is dead. All right.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to second win, regain some health.
Cool.
Fucking 11. I rolled a 1, so 11 health, which is the dumbest thing to happen to me all day, but that's okay. There's plenty more of this to go around. And then I'm going to action surge. And I'm gonna go attack the next one.
There you go.
Because this lady stopped attacking for some reason.
Yeah. It sucks because like you feel really proud of that kill and she didn't even notice it apparently.
I like look over and I'm like, huh? And she's just like lights her
She's
out.
just spacing out.
Yep. Do I have disadvantage on this one?
Yeah, all attacks.
Fuck.
You can choose not to.
No, I'm gonna superiority dice that one. 15 plus 9, 24 to hit.
Yeah. And is this the second one to have charged in?
Yes.
Cool. I assumed so, but I just wanted to make sure.
Same one that Ren messed up.
27?
Yeah.
I have to use my final one.
Superiority dice? Dang, you'll be out?
Well, yeah, I can regain them later on, but
Nice.
fucking 18 again. Barely.
Yep. Just barely. Is that every attack? You've landed every attack?
Yep.
Used all of his superiority dice.
I know. I'm kind of regretting that counterattack one now, too. Now we're just swinging cod out here. Sorry, guys. I just like losing my dice. I guess these will work. Here we go. 3 more attacks. Oh, thank God. Okay. 51 damage. Slashing damage.
Jesus. How do you want to put this one down?
I am enraged after the last one. My bloodlust is peaked after that other one. And then Red isn't even paying attention. Ooh. Yeah, I just go charging like in a pseudo barbaric rage on this one. Nice. I come in swinging, and it's like mustering as much momentum in each sword swing as I can, relying on my 314 years of battle experience. And the first one just comes in with a forehand swing. I come back across with a backhanded swing. And then just like last time, I raise my sword over my head and I bring it down like I am splitting wood for a campfire.
There you go. And you chop its head in twain. It falls limp.
I missed these Durok expositions.
So much detail. I love it. All right, is that your whole turn?
Yeah, all 6 attacks worth?
Yeah, all 6 attacks, bonus
And a heal?
actions. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
You sure you don't want to do 6 more?
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Well, with Umber Hulk 1 and 2 out of the way, Ren, it is your turn.
Spiritual weapon, kind of hovering around. Gonna go over to that last one and thwack. Yeah, I'm gonna thwack it. And I rolled a natural 20. So,
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
what do you do for natural 20s for spells?
I mean, it's an attack. Just double it. Same as anything else.
Nope.
And also with the spiritual weapon, I forgot to, on your Toll the Dead, I should have made you avert your gaze or choose to do it or not to do it. But I think with the spiritual weapon, you wouldn't even have to because it's not looking at the thing. So
That doesn't have eyes. So,
yeah.
Avert your eyes, poor spiritual flail.
24
Nice.
force damage from the flail. And that's just my bonus. How is that thing looking? Is it looking pretty rough? Do I feel like I can maybe put it down?
This one, no. This one hasn't really taken any damage at all until
so
just now. It
We'll
just
go
got
ahead and
smacked
move
on
into the
back of head.
room and do lesser restoration on my new cleric friend.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah. It's not explicitly stated. This is kind of like a weird, unique thing that Umber Hulks do. But I'll say, yeah, lesser restoration gets rid of it just fine.
Cool. And if I have enough movement, I'll go ahead and head back out of the way again.
Sounds good. Yeah, you just kind of, I imagine that you like kind of skirt around the giant Umber Hulk dead bodies to get to the cleric. And she's just fucking standing there like,
Oh, yeah. I hover everywhere now. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the cloak. So,
Too good for walking.
exactly.
You float over the
Or
corpses.
Short little legs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you cast Lesser Restoration, and she snaps awake, and she's like, "What?" And then regains her senses. And it is that's your whole turn?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
All right, it is the third Umber Hulk's turn. It sees, yeah, it's just gonna keep attacking Durok. You're doing the most like obvious damage. You were the first thing it saw.
I'm not quiet about it. Durok is just like every swing, he's like growling and yelling. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, can I justify this thing like maybe switching targets? And it's like, no,
I
not
don't
really.
know if you can. Not after last turn.
Yeah, he's killed its 2 best friends.
Timmy.
24 to hit on the first one.
That's it. It ain't looking good for Durok.
No. 18 to hit on the second one.
Miss, thank God.
Nice. That definitely misses. It's only 11.
And
It only gets 1 claw attack in.
I'm out of fucking stuff to hit it back. What a curse this is.
And that is going to be 10 slashing damage.
Oh, thank God.
Basically just ate that second wind. All right, that's the end of its turn. So it goes back to the top of the round. Umber Hulk 1 is dead. It's the cleric's turn. And she'll avert her gaze this time because she figured out that stuff happens if you look at them.
Good.
So she misses her first attack. She misses her second attack. And she doesn't have a third attack. She whiffs all 3 just because like she doesn't have that plus 10, you know.
Advantage, yeah.
Just slash, whiffs. And then she's going to, does she back up? Well, she hasn't taken any damage. So she'll just stay in the fray. She'll stay right there with you. Durok, it is your turn.
Welcome back, Red. Try hitting the thing next time. And I keep my eyes averted, and I have literally nothing else to do but swing my sharp object around.
It's not a bad idea.
I might try to get out of the way next time. 20?
Mm-hmm.
14. There's my first miss. And another 14. That sucks.
You get one attack. At least you didn't completely whiff after talking shit.
I know. 16 slashing damage.
There you go.
And then I don't know if this would work or not, but I have a ring of jumping.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to cast jump at will, which triples my jump distance, which I honestly don't remember, but we've done it before, and I'm pretty sure it's like around 60 feet. Can I jump the fuck away without triggering a reaction, or?
No.
All right, then never mind. I'm here for it then.
Yeah, you really got to spend that disengage to get that.
Yeah, just go down. I can heal you more if you go down. So.
I don't want to go down.
It'll ruin his perfect record.
That's Durok's turn. One
Cool.
hit, Milo. Don't know if you were there for that, but one hit.
All right. I'll just say, like, thematically, maybe all this damage is wearing you down, and you whiff a couple attacks, but you still manage to dig one in. And Ren, it's your turn.
Spinny Flail has to go first.
Yep.
Yeah, the blood is getting in my eyes from all the
Don't
killing
need
that I've been
That's
doing.
another 28. Damn, that's the second time I rolled a 19 on that one.
It's all high rolls tonight.
Yeah, my 4 was really good.
14 force damage.
14. Thwack. You're just like, they're not expecting it. They're just getting conked in the back of the head constantly by this flail.
I would kind of rather just heal Durok when he goes down because I do more healing when they're unconscious.
But his pride, though.
Yeah, you're like, in your mind, you're just like, this is a way for me to bring Durok down a peg. Look, he's probably definitely gone down before. He's lived a long life. He's an old man.
Yeah, screw it. Let's go ahead and try to take this last one out and see if Durok goes down.
Thank you.
We'll do Toll the Dead again.
Toll it.
That's 17 DC.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Con save.
High roll. Con?
Is it con?
It is a wisdom save.
That's better.
Ooh, passes by 1. Roll an 18.
Damn. I'll go ahead and fly over next to where Durok is and look at the thing in the face, pull out my shield and be like, all right, well, I guess we're doing this, and look at that thing dead in the eye.
Oh,
I do not avert my gaze.
Dang. Well, generally, that's at the start of your turn. You're kind of getting around it by, like, it's a weird rule.
Yeah.
So I'll say next turn, you'll take the effect if there is a next turn, because that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Okay. All right. It's its turn, and since you got right in front of it, I think now it'll look at you and it sees something flying.
Yeah, this little guy is like calling him out. It's like a gnat flying around it.
Yeah.
It just wants to swipe at it. Makes sense.
So first attack whiffs completely at a 10. Second attack is a 21. I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Third attack is does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Cool. It gets 1 slashing attack at you. Yeah. You successfully distract it, and it like looks at you with its alien beady eyes, and just with its huge front claw slashes at you, and it manages to land 1 hit, dealing 10 slashing damage. All right. Back to the top of the round. It's the cleric's turn. She isn't a fan of spending spell slots, so she's just going to keep doing her thing, and if she can hit. So she misses with that one. Oh yeah, she hits with the second attack, and the third attack she misses. So she gets 1 attack in. All right. She does a pretty decent amount of damage to it with that 1 slash. I'm not going to say exactly how much. But yeah, she like gets a good stab in. We'll just say she like stabs it in like one of its little legs or something, and ichor sprays out and it screeches. And it's weird. Every time one of these things does the bug screech thing, you feel it more in your mind than audibly. You're starting to notice that maybe these screeches aren't even sound. And that's her turn. Durok, it is your turn.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of your own actions. And then I go to wail on it. I keep my gaze averted naturally.
Of course.
A 22.
Yep.
That's the first time I've rolled 2 dice over 10 for attacks.
Dang.
An 18.
Barely hits.
Holy mother of Lord. A 12.
Rip. I mean, you still got 2. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't bitch too much. 31 damage.
Put it down.
Oh, it's done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, yes. Thank God. Yeah, so this thing I see right as Red over there stabs it in its leg, and this ichor sprays out, and it screeches in my mind. My eyes just turn to fire, and I seize on its weakness, and I hack the inside of its legs, like trying to sort of like, if this was some sort of mammalian creature, I'm like trying to like hamstring it. I slash the left, I slash the right. And as this thing just buckles under its own weight, it comes down on its knees, and I'm staring right into its bulbous eyes. I feel that power seeping into my mind, and I thrust my sword straight up through its chitinous mouth. And I say, looks like dinner's gonna be good tonight.
Hell yeah. And it's weird. The second you kill this one, you feel a relief, like a relief in your mind. There was like noise that you hadn't noticed until now that it's gone. And it slides off your blade onto the ground. And you've successfully defeated 3 Umber Hulks.
Jesus.
You are all, you and the cleric especially are just covered in this, like, did I say it was green?
Yeah,
it's green. This green ichor just caked in it. I think Ren floated above all of it, so he's good.
Just like,
Yeah, I got it.
We're like on Nickelodeon channel, just like freaking, what was that? Slimed, yeah.
You're full on slimed. Cool.
All right, Ren. Daddy needs to take a rest.
Yeah, we could probably heal you up. I look over at the other cleric, and I've got some prayer of healing I could do.
I don't know if a short rest benefits you at all, but like, I'd get my superiority dice back.
If you think that's what you need, I would be willing to spend an hour and let you, do a little bit of practicing, I guess.
Yeah.
There might be more. We know that there are more of these things, though.
Also, it would give me back my second wind and my action surge. So
we should probably take a short rest.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and as you guys are like discussing this, you kind of look over to the cleric, and she is ignoring you guys. She walks past the corpses of the Umber Hulks, kind of cleans off her sword and sheaths it, and she's just all business. She walks over to what's actually in this room, and you notice that it's a large stone brazier at the end of this room. And you guys are talking about resting. It looks like she's not. She's just gonna go to work at this thing. I mean, you guys can rest. I'm not saying you can't, but like,
okay. I was just like, maybe you should heal me just in case she does something. I don't know. What do you think? I'd like to take a rest, but you know how I am. I'm all about the gameplay, baby. So if we want to go forward without an action,
I think that's definitely a good idea. I know you got pretty hit, and even being down 10 points, I'm not super thrilled about. Did she take any damage?
I have 24 health left. So
as far as you guys saw, she didn't take any hits. So she just moved on forward and is examining this brazier.
Red, you go ahead and study that thing away to your heart's content. I got to take a breather.
Sounds good. I've waited years for this, so I'm just gonna study what I can.
Right. If I'm asleep longer than like a year, feel free to wake me up.
I'll do prayer of healing because I could use the extra hit dice, so you and I get 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Nice.
I'm absolutely missing a d10. I must have dropped it somewhere.
So 16 on top of whatever hit dice you're going to use.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so you guys complete your short rest, and you notice that the cleric has been fiddling with the brazier. She's been like staring at it and trying to puzzle out and then she does the thing where like she gets out a tinderbox and tries to light it, and it does the same exact thing that the sconces did when you tried to light them, where she lights it and it holds a flame for a second and then it goes out. She looks extremely frustrated, and as you guys try to puzzle out what that might mean, I think that's where we're going to call it. That'll be it for this week. I've been your host, O'Shea Hill. To my left is Rhett.
Rhett as Durok.
And Milo.
And Milo as I'm Ren. I'm Ren this week.
See you next week. Grab your sword and keep on adventuring.
And that marks the end of the first installment of the adventures of Ren and Durok. Next week, we hope to return to our normal entertainment as we approach the climax of our long-running campaign, The Calming. If you enjoyed hearing the adventures of Ren and Durok, consider dropping by patreon.com/in@the-end, where the rest of this short adventure will be published in the weeks to come. Otherwise, we'll see you here next week. Grab your sword and keep on adventuring.